Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Poonam Mehta. I'm a human design coach and energy healer, and in today's video I'll be talking about the profile 3-5, which is the Martyr Heretic profile. Profiles in what are profiles in human design? In human design, profiles are a really cool way through which you can figure out how you are designed to show up in the world, how the world sees you, and how you see the world. It's a very, very cool way through which you really learn how to show up completely naturally and in a way that is completely authentic to you. Within profile, there are two components to profile. One is the conscious aspect of a profile, which is the first number in your profile, and then the unconscious side of your profile, which is the second number in your profile. So in this case, you are a line 3 or a martyr on your conscious side, which is that you're extremely aware of this characteristic within you, and on your unconscious side you're line 5, which is that of a heretic, and you may or may not know this about yourself depending on what others have told you about yourself or depending on how much inner work you've done on yourself. So with that, let's dive into the line 3, which is the martyr line. Okay, so as a martyr, you are here to be that experiential learner. You are here to go through a lot of highs and lows in your life. Martyrs are the people who are going to bump into all these crazy scenarios and all these crazy experiences, and it is just unbelievable what they have been through in their life. Martyrs can be inherently pessimistic because of the quality of life they had, because they have a tendency to go to themselves that why is it that all these things just happen to me? And in a way, they sometimes attract these scenarios because martyrs kind of have this life where they are always seeking perfection. They know that something's there, and while it is good, best can still be accomplished. It is not perfect yet. So they're there trying to perfect that thing. And in that quest for perfection, they're going to go through all these different experiences in their life, and with that they will go through a lot of highs and lows, a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of failures. But the thing with these failures is that failures are going to happen, and you can either call them failures or you can call it this phase of melancholy or this phase of low, where you're at this place right at the bottom of a wave. You're waiting for that mutation to occur, and you're waiting for this insight to come through as to the reason why you had to go through this experience. See, line 3 has this inherent melancholy about it, where because they go through all these experiences, and then there are going to be these this low where they hit this point where they realize, man, why did I have to go through all of that? And when they're at that bottom, they're going to shift out of it if they give themselves that time, if they give themselves music. And then as they come out of it in that upward wave, the creative insight is going to come through, that mutation is going to happen, that insight, that spark is going to come through which they get the realization as to why they had to go through that experience. They had to go through that experience in order to collect the story, in order to collect this creative insight for the rest of humanity. You're here to kind of experience those failures so that you can share it with the rest of the collective. Line 3 is always in that quest for perfection. So it goes beyond survival. It's not here to just check the foundation, whether the foundation is fine or not. It's here to go beyond that, whether this is perfect or not, whether this is as good as it can be. And the reality is it's never going to find satisfaction. It's always going to look for the next best thing. And these are the innovators, right? These are the people who are always trying to get to the next best thing. So that is really, really cool. Also, this is not just limited to work or business. This also bleeds into their personal lives. There's a lot of bonds made and broken within line 3, because line 3, even in relationships and partnerships and friendships, they always know that there is going to be a next best thing, and there's something better out there, there's something better out there. And in that quest, there are going to be a lot of bonds that are made and broken in order to find the best thing. Now, this doesn't mean that line 3s are not here to be in a relationship. You absolutely can have a relationship, but just be aware of the bonds made and broken that they're doing, that they don't necessarily have to be with a new person. It can be with the same person. You can just separate temporarily, come back together, right? The bonds made and broken can happen in a very different context. My husband has a line 3, and I see this in him a lot, where things will be going amazing and smooth, and I'm thinking everything's perfect, but it's not. There's always new place that you have to go to, and it's quite a trip because I would have never ever thought to go beyond that level, but he's always looking for that perfection, and there'll be this place where we're fighting, why is this needed, why are we changing, but then we do, and it is amazing because you move on to that upward space, right? There's that low, but then there's that upward space. So there are some downsides to it because the stability, right? Because you're not on this constant, but rather there's this low and high, but then at the same time you are moving up in life, you're going to the next best thing in life. So that is very cool about a line 3. Now on your unconscious side, you're a line 5, which is that you're a heretic. A heretic is here to be the savior in the time of crisis. Heretic is not required when things are going the way they should be. They're here, they're required, people call upon them when there is a time of crisis. They are here to provide those radical solutions to humanity. They're literally here to transform the ways of living, the ways of working through their amazingly practical solutions that are going to sustain humanity for a long time to come. Now, the reason why this is that, the reason why people expect practical solutions out of them is because when a heretic comes in, right, to fix something, to solve this critical situation, they can solve it right away, but then they're taking people to this new way, to a new norm. And in order to sustain that new norm, you need a solution, because the way they were doing things up until now is not going to be good enough for this new reality that they're going to go to, which is why these practical solutions are required from the heretic. The other thing about heretic is that it is a very seducing line. So people are very much attracted to a heretic. They see, and because this is an unconscious side in you, you may not recognize this in yourself, but people are going to see you as that savior. They're going to be seduced by you. They're going to think that you are the answer to all of their problems, and you may or may not be, because there's a lot of projection here. And if you're not the savior, right, or if you are the savior but you decide not to do the saving, then they are going to burn you at the stake. And like a heretic gets burned at the stake, because you are going to lose your reputation, because they know, even though they may not be right, but they know that you can save them, but you chose not to save them, right? So in a way, you lose your reputation when that happens. There's a lot of projection when it comes to the line 5. These are the Casanovas, these are the femme fatales. People think that they know you, but they don't necessarily know you. So you will find instances in your life where people are falling in love with you when they don't even know you. And if you have that inkling that someone's falling in love with you, but they don't know the real you, chances are that you are right? Because chances are they don't know you. It is just a projection, but sometimes it may be the reality. So that is really where relying on your strategy and authority come into place, that make sure you're entering into things correctly. So yeah, to sum it all up, as a profile 3-5, you're here to be that experiential learner. You're here to go through a lot of variety of experiences in life in order to get to the next best thing and the next best thing and the next best thing. And in order to do that, you are going to fall down and you are going to have these lows. But when you are in these lows, powerful creative insights are going to emerge, and they're going to emerge as these practical solutions that are going to help you save these people in times of crisis. And you're going to keep perfecting these things as you go through more and more different experiences in your life. So that is what you're here to do. Okay, so that brings me at the end of the profile 3-5. With that, I hope this video has helped. If it did, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.